So the last time you saw the Audi, it was not in a good state at all.
Nope.
But you can probably tell by the video title and the thumbnail, we've got some good news.
Very good news.
Yep.
So yes, last time we left off from the Audi, we had managed to get it running and firing on all cylinders, but there was a ton of smoke and one of the intake tuning valves inside the intake manifold. The Audi's got a very weird way of getting air to the engine. Something was wrong there, valve stuck open. Now, frustratingly, Morgan wasn't around. We were just getting really sick of the Audi. We were this close to just punting it back to the auctions as it was, and yeah, just try and salvage what we could get out of it. But I thought, hey, we'll have one last crack, and I'm so glad we did, because what did we find? We found a cracked vacuum hose, which was not allowing the actuator to actually open and shut the valves on the bank of the engine. So that's what our code was there. I think Morgan and I must have taken it off or done something when we were taking the intake manifold off to clean the injectors and that kind of thing. So it was as simple as just replacing that, and because it was a little bit cracked and a little bit frayed and it wasn't even on. So I thought we'll make sure we get rid of it completely so it's not a problem. Replaced it, it was this big, it was not that long. But that fixed our intake tuning valve code. So the car had 0 codes, but still had lots of smoke. Yes. Now, thankfully, we're in a very fortunate position where our father is as he loves to tell us, a qualified auto engine reconditioner. So, you know, it definitely knows his thing about engines. We kept asking him, you know, what should we do? It's running on all its cylinders, but there's just a lot of smoke. And he said, well, let it run. So that's what we did. We let it run and run and run. And amazingly, after about 10 minutes,
no smoke.
No smoke.
No smoke.
So he said because the car was overfueling because it was in a limp mode, there was a very strong probability that we completely doused the cats in the car with fuel and all of the excess combustion crap. And that basically was just soaked, and that smoke was just the cats heating up and burning all that crap off. And yeah, sure enough, once we let it run, we took it out for numerous drives. We took it to get washed. We yeah, did lots of things. The car was fine, running fine, 0 smoke. So it was good. The Audi was working.
Yeah.
And the very next day, someone was here to buy it. So just like the stars aligned, everything worked, and they bought it.
Yeah. So
we went from pretty much almost throwing it into the auctions, trying to salvage what we could out of the car. And turns out it was just a vacuum line, and we needed to let the car run. And
very simple, but
we made profit.
Yeah. And we made profit.
I think we made more profit than the last 3 cars put together.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm surprised.
With how much the Lexus took, might even be more, might be 4 cars. So anyway,
we did well.
I'm gonna got the information here. Cut here, Morgan. Something went, oh, I've got no signal. Got my phone. Alrighty, so starting right off the bat, we won the Audi for $9,100 with all the auction fees, taxes, that kind of thing. Grand total was $9,834. Smack it right there, Morgan.
Yep, that's the wait.
It's that side?
Oh no, it's this. Wait.
Sure?
Yeah, no, it's this way.
Okay, well, smack it that way. All right, so that's how much we started off with the Audi. We then got a roadworthy, $100 right there for the roadworthy. Registration, So the way registration works in, at least here in Queensland, is the more cylinders you have, more expensive. So normally we're paying like 400 bucks.
Yeah, it's like 380, I think.
Yep.
Normally.
Unfortunately though, this is a big boy 6-cylinder. So we paid $726. That also includes the duty in there. Where are we next? Then we had some fun selling it the first time.
Yeah.
So, took it to be sold. Guy put money down, which amazingly, he paid less than what we got for it the second time around.
Yeah.
So it was actually a good thing that we did it the way we did it, because we ended up walking away with more money. But he bought the car, wasn't too happy with it, and yeah, he got his own roadworthy, and it failed for almost everything.
Yeah.
Which is crazy because, I mean, you guys saw, you would have seen our inspection of the vehicle. They said the suspension, all of the suspension on the car had to be replaced. They said that every bush was cracked and
Yep.
the struts were leaking. What else did they say? Yeah, a lot of things, and pretty much we just told the guy, hey, look, like, we've literally just passed a roadworthy, and the, what do you call it? And it was only serviced like 1,000 Ks ago.
Yeah, yeah.
So it had just been serviced. We took it, our roadworthy, all good. The tire was borderline. Amazingly, they didn't say anything about the tires. So we, yeah, we said, nah, all right, we'll take it off you, we'll give you your money back. So we didn't end up selling the car, but being concerned, we thought, hey, okay, let's just get a third party's opinion. So rather than using the person that we usually get to do roadworthies and this gentleman that failed the entire suspension, we thought we'll get someone else. The only thing they failed, or they didn't fail, but they said, look, the front left tire or passenger tire is so close that he said, look, just replace it. And then the window tint. Turns out the window tint was, I think, 5% on the illegal side. So very marginal. So that's what happened next. We had to replace the front left tire or passenger tire. That was $205 up there. We then had to get new window tint for the Audi that was legal and within spec. So that one was $375. And just a little hint, or if you're going to get your car tinted, be careful. As we found out, factory cars often come with glass that's already tinted, but the tint isn't a film, it's just the glass itself. So if you go into a tint shop and you say, hey, I want the darkest legal tint, they'll put that on the car, but you have to add that with the tint of the glass. So a lot of times people get caught out where they do that and then it turns out their tint is too dark because they didn't take into consideration the OEM glass. So just a little top tip from us. Then we had all the problems with it misfiring and smoking. So we bought a set of spark plugs for the right side of the engine. So that was 3 spark plugs from our local auto parts store. That was, where are we? That was $59.97, 60 bucks for 3 spark plugs. We then, 50 bucks for petrol. So because we had the car for a while, we had to get some petrol. And then for playing ball, and we just wanted to test drive it and make sure it was all good, we took it out to a car wash. So we'll just throw that in there. That was $18. And yeah, that was all the expenses, but we did have a plus. The money that's in our account, we got interest off.
Yeah.
So add 23 cents, Morgan.
I don't think I put cents in, but
yeah, 23
round it
cents,
off.
we're now up.
If I need to.
So we can't even get a Macca's ice cream.
Nah, almost. Oh, do you remember when they did the 20 cent? Was it 20 cent?
I think
Or
it was
50
20
cent?
Ice
Soft-
cream?
Yeah, soft
No, it
serve.
was 50 cents for the chocolate stick, wasn't it?
I don't know.
I think it was 20 cents.
So the
I remember the
days.
cookie. Oh, yeah. Anyway, regardless. So that's all the expenses. We then ended up fixing the Audi washing it. Car was sweet, and ended up selling it for $13,000, which anyone that knows the current prices at the moment knows, hey, that's pretty cheap. Yeah, it's quite cheap, but again, we need to try and get these cars out. We don't have much time because then obviously we can't make videos. So,
how much money did we make? Do we have that, or?
Let me just, I probably should have kept my phone out.
My guess is
What's your guess?
2,200.
Wait, you know?
Do I?
Yeah.
Well, how?
I mean, you probably figured it out. Okay, so I mean, Morgan will work it out when we're editing, but I believe we started just shy of 13 grand.
Yeah.
And we walked away with $14,311, I believe it is. So not quite 2,200.
It's close.
We made, I think it's around 1,500 bucks, which if you count the MPS, which we made 100 bucks.
Oh, it was like 700.
A couple $100 bucks.
700.
The Lexus where we lost money, what was before that? WX?
I think so, yeah.
WX we only made like $1,000 on.
Yeah.
So it was almost all those three cars together. Well, actually a lot more because the Lexus died. But yes, we made money, we got out of it, the Audi's fixed, we then sold it. We can now get on to the next one, and Morgan has said that we're not allowed to do any more Euros.
Yeah. Or an Audi. I don't want another Audi.
I'll try and convince some guys, but I mean, we'll go for whatever's next. Whatever we think is a good deal. I think with the Audi, we were kind of pushing it because everything else was selling far more than we were willing to pay.
Yeah.
But yes, we will take our time. It means we get to look at a lot more cars, a lot more videos for you at the auction. But yes, we're in the positive. On to the next one. Apologies, there is a heckers thunderstorm about to roll through, so we'll wrap this up. Morgan, what do you want next?
I reckon, and I think a lot of people have told us, 4-wheel drive.
Yeah, 4x4.
There's some money to be made there.
Yep.
Or
Or a lot of people say, hey, just buy the cheap little runaround cars that people get for their first cars, which is another good one, but it's just not as exciting.
Entertaining.
Yeah. Anyway.
There's a lot of like Echoes and Corollas and
Swifts
and stuff like that there.
But thanks heaps for watching. By the time this video goes up, our meet will be the very next day. So if you're in the Brisbane to Gold Coast area, check us out. We haven't disclosed the location yet, but if you go onto our Facebook page to the events profile, there will be our October event there. We'll link that down below. What else?
That's it. Oh,
yeah.
grab a shirt if you
Grab a
haven't already.
shirt. We're almost out. We've got 5 left. I think it's 5, 6, very
like
small
that.
quantities. Stickers, I think we've only got 6 of the horizontal ones, and I don't know how many. We're pretty much gone out. We will be getting some more merch. There is another shirt on its way. Morgan just needs to hurry up.
It's a very cool shirt.
It's so cool.
It's very cool.
I haven't seen a better car person shirt, I think.
Strong accusations, but I agree.
I think the close one would be your Godzilla SR shirt.
Yeah, from Hardtune.
From Hardtune.
They make
But
some cool stuff.
I still think ours is better.
Yeah.
But anyway, the rain's fallen down on our shed, so you probably can't even hear us. If you haven't already, hit that like button. Comment below, what car do you want to see next? We're trying to get an XR6 Turbo. We're trying to get some sort of V8 Commodore. Let us know, what do you want to see below? And most importantly, hit that subscribe button, smash it as hard as you can. We are this close to 500 subscribers. Get us there. But thanks heaps for watching, and we'll see you in the next Project B and Lemon to Lambo video.